so if you saw that intro, you know that there's lots of cool stuff to see in this video. Welcome back, guys. So this is the time of season where we get to look at not only customs and classics and hot rods and that sort of thing, but we're getting into garages and workshops and collections and that sort of thing. I'm back to see my good friend Wayne. Hey, Wayne.
Gary.
Thanks for having us over. Yeah, last video we did with you was just about 2 years ago, and you were moving. You moved out and you're in a brand new place, brand new shop. So we're going to look at Wayne's shop. We're going to start with the car as always. Now, some of you may have seen Wayne on the channel before. He's been on the channel many times and we've seen the car many times. But for those of you that are new here, what are we looking at, Wayne? The 37.
It's a 1937 Chev two-door business coupe. I've had it for 20 years.
Now, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, 327 turbo 350 and an old rear end?
Correct.
Oh, good. I got some memory.
Well, yeah, you did good. So it's got a disc brakes on the front, Mustang 2 rack, just a real good, dependable driver. It's got its stone bruises and rock chips.
Well, it gets used. It gets out.
Yeah.
We've seen you at many events, and I think if I remember correctly, it's got power windows too.
Power windows. Of course, power brakes, power steering.
Can I open the door here, Wayne?
Tilt.
I'll show everybody that it's got a nice, tasteful interior. Yeah, there you go. Nice car and businessman coupe, just like Wayne said. Nice.
The buckets are from a '64 Impala.
Yeah, and
very comfortable.
Yeah, very nice. And this is your brand new shop, so you started with another slate, a clean slate.
It was a project. It was, when I started with it, it had cabinetry in it that was home built, that was made out of MDF. It was saturated in water. It was covered in black mold.
Oh.
The floor had carpeting installed on it that was taped down, silicone down.
All the worst things.
It was the worst of worst. So
yeah, and now we've got you've done the floors in here.
I had a company do the floor. It's a polyaspartic floor. They ground out the cracks and did the flooring, and I did the rest when it was probably 30 below with electric heat, and painted the walls candy apple red.
Yeah.
Diamond checker plate on the bottom. And then hung up all my signs.
And you got a nice collection of signs here. Let's start at the one corner here. So you got a kind of a drag theme in the corner here.
There's a little bit of a theme to the garage the way it's laid out. So this corner is all basically drag related, NHRA kind of theme. There's a bunch of the signs that I had from the older garage. And then the next section is pretty much all 32 deuce coupes, with the exception of a picture of my car and a 34 up top.
And there's the 37 coupe there. It's all 30 stuff. And we don't have electric heated anymore. It's gas now.
It is now. That electric didn't last long.
Nice workbench here.
Yeah, these are Costco workbenches.
Now I do recognize those from the other garage.
Yeah,
those came
they
with
had them
you.
out for a little while, and then they just continued bringing them in. But
and we've got some driving stuff here.
So a little bit of American Graffiti, which is one of my favorite films.
That one's all signed.
It is, yeah.
You got a lot of neat stuff, a super neat collection. We're going to get into Wayne's house too and show you guys some of the collection in there. We had to show you the garage. This is all new to us here. Really nice, Wayne. And there's a checker plate on the wall that borders the whole garage. This is a table that your son made for you.
Yeah, my older son made this for me for Father's Day one year out of car parts.
Yeah, so your camshafts there. And that's Brett. We've actually visited Brett's garage on the channel. That was a number of years ago. He comes by this honestly. Super nice. So this wall here's got a bit of a theme too. We got, Boulder Boy, hot rod. Wow. And there's the Peg's Rod Shop.
Yeah, I had that made by a guy a number of years ago.
Very nice. Oh, I can't miss this. It's a magazine cover, the Canadian Classics magazine. And you actually had that made. It's not legit, but it's got yours and
my two sons' cars.
yeah.
When Brett had the blue 79 Malibu and my other son, Curtis, had the 79 El Camino.
Yeah, appears on the Canadian Hot Rods.
It was a good joke we played on them.
Yeah, I didn't know that you can make those. That's kind of cool. Wow, nice signage. Some of this we did see in the other garage. These are there's a lot of posters and banners and different things. Tell me about this, Wayne. This is cool.
Well, this little Mustang pedal car was actually licensed by Ford at the beginning. I don't know if they sold them or if they gave them away or you'd buy one for your kid. But after 6 months, they shipped out the manufacturing process to a company in Mexico. This one, however, because it has the Junior logo on the back trunk,
Yeah.
and the licensing sticker on the inside as well, is a legit from Ford
Yeah.
in the first 6 months of when they made them.
That's pre-Mexico manufacturing, so
Yes.
that's pretty cool. It's a really neat, detailed pedal car. I've never seen one that nice. That's pretty cool. And we got a barbecue here.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a V8.
Small block Chevy
Small block
barbecue.
barbecue.
That's proper. What else we got here? Yeah, and the pretty coupe right in the middle. The focal point. Yeah, I like what you done here, Wayne. This is really nice. This is really nice. I'm trying to catch everything. There's so much going on in here. Oh, there's another really neat sign there, Pig's Garage. Nice big banners. Street Rod Alley. I like it. I like all and the vintage radio. I like that. That's a record player you were saying as well. And
Yeah, disc player, AM, FM.
a lot of thought went into setting this up. And everything's organized in such a way that it's just all, it's really done well. Super nice. Super nice job, Wayne.
It was fun to do.
Yeah, you did a nice job here. Super, and considering what you started with.
You wouldn't believe it.
Well, let's move into the house and we'll show you the rest of Wayne's collection. He's got a lot of neat stuff to share with you in the house. We got a special treat for you in the house. So we're in Wayne's house. So Wayne, tell me what we got coming down the stairs here. This is pretty interesting. You've got Earnhardt stuff going on here.
All Dale Earnhardt Jr. on this one wall, all the die casts, with the exception of the little Hot Wheels. But all the rest is all Dale Earnhardt Jr. I was a fan of Dale Sr. and now a fan of Dale Jr.
And the Dale Senior stuff is on
this wall.
the following wall. Yeah. Really, really nice. There was an interesting story about this. This here, how did that go again? Does his final ride, nobody passed that?
Nobody passed that semi when they were hauling, obviously, his wrecked car after his accident, the last race. And for miles and miles down the highway, not one car would pass that semi out of respect.
Yeah, that's a cool story. That is cool. I didn't realize that. I was a big Earnhardt fan as well. And today a Dale Jr., obviously, but that's pretty cool. Lots of neat Earnhardt memorabilia on the wall here. And we're getting into other stuff as well. Keep us going, Wayne.
All right, so if you remember a short that Gary did a few years ago when he was at our other place,
You're a big diecast collector.
I have been probably since the early 90s, and some of them are given to me as gifts, others I bought, and it's just kind of grown
Yeah,
to what it is.
It continues to grow. So I know you've added since I've last seen your collection.
Well, there's always some being added. I mean, not as much as in the beginning when you could buy them, you know, for $20 or $30. Now they're $180, $200 plus.
Yeah, they're going up in price.
But there's about 350 cars on display currently.
Wow, 350 die-cast cars, trucks.
And yes,
and
I
engines.
dust them.
Yeah. And this is the Mustang section. We got the truck section up
Trucks
there.
on the top, Mustangs in the next row. And
Nice.
Steve McQueen's Bullet and Eleanor,
Yes.
a couple of famous movies.
The Bullet. And Eleanor was right there. A whole whack of different engines in the collection. And we're getting into some Fords here. Nicely displayed. Some of these I have not seen before, like these Mercs. That is pretty cool. Nice collection of Fords. Even got some AMCs, a little bit of everything down here.
A little bit of everything from Stonewood's Swindler to a couple of Ford, 57 Fords.
Yeah, there's the famous race car, Willys. Very nice. Which way should we go, Wayne?
I just keep going to your left, I guess.
Nice picture of the front of the coupe.
My wife had that made for me for Christmas a few years ago,
Yeah, I like that.
and a couple of models I bought that are never opened.
Of 37 Chevys. There's a 56 down there. That's a Grad Inc. piece. I recognize that.
Yeah.
And there's Mustang. You used to own that? That was the
Yeah, that was Janet's car. It was a 66 Mustang.
Yeah, I remember that one. Super nice picture of the coupe downtown Saskatoon. And this one here is movie cars.
So this tower is all movie cars, from Christine and the Car to Fast and Furious, Smokey and the Bandit. I'm sure you'll recognize them all.
Yeah, monkeys.
See if you can name them all.
Yeah. American Graffiti. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard,
Starsky and Hutch, Vanishing Point.
Vanishing Point. And some more of this whole curio cabinet is all movie stuff, movie cars. And of course the Batmobile, the Munster coach. Very
The
cool.
one from Ghostbusters. And then some Studebakers.
And the truck, that I sure dig that truck. That's nice. And some of these are personal photos.
Yeah, so that's a photo from in our backyard. My coupe and my wife's Mustang, my son's Redu, 60 Redu, and my nephew's 85 CRX.
Ah. And you had a 66 Chevy here.
And a 66 Chev Impala for a number of years. That was taken back in the 70s in front of my mom's house.
A nice Pontiac.
66 Pontiac Bonneville.
And there's a pastel drawing of the coupe by Heather Gazelle, a local artist.
Yeah, my wife had that commissioned for me.
OBS trucks. And this one over here, you still own this one.
I still own that one, yeah.
Still have it.
A few of these have found new owners, but
Cool Pontiac, and that's,
that was my first car when I was 15.
yeah.
It was a 1939 Pontiac, and my brother owns it now.
Yeah, still in the family. That's
Yeah.
cool. And you did have a T-bucket at one time.
Little 27T. And then that's a picture of all four of my cars at the same time in my backyard.
Yeah, and the T is blue.
The
in
T
that
is
one.
blue.
Very cool.
Just a row of 49 and 50 Fords.
That's
then-
a super nice fuel truck there. I like that. Some El
So this
Caminos.
tower is all 1/24th scale trucks for the most part,
Oh, wow.
or a vehicle with a bed.
And you were saying that trucks are not very common when it comes to diecast. And
They're not common in the 1/18th, a little bit more common in the 1/24th.
yeah.
But I was told by a store owner that if you see a truck, basically just buy it.
Wow. There's a lot of Ford trucks there. A 40, or is that a 39 or 40? A center. Very nice. Another curio cabinet here. This is all
this-
Mopars.
This cabinet is all Mopars.
Some trophies, Dragons trophies along the top there that Wayne's acquired with different cars. And you're going to see a huge Dragon collection very soon here. Wayne is an active member, and he's got one of the nicest Dragon displays I've ever seen. Yeah, some of these diecast cars I've never seen before. Very, very nice. Nice collection. Wow, very cool. Now we've there's a lot of them right here. There's a whole wall, and these are all 1/18th.
All 1/18th, yeah.
I'm gonna try to scan over all of them here really quick. There is a ton. So, like Wayne said, was it 350 cars in total?
In the room, yeah.
Incredible. I've got a row of really neat muscle cars here. GM muscle cars. Chevelles and GTOs. Impalas. Convertibles. And a whack of Camaros in this row here.
Camaros and Corvettes.
Wow, super nice. Everything from a late model to the earliest. Wow, that 67 convertible is really cool. Just married. That's really neat. And it's got people in there. Just newlywed couple.
Yeah, that was bought back when Janet and I got married, and it was part of our
Oh,
table display.
oh, I like the 442 and the sunburst yellow Buick GSX. Very cool. We've got some dragsters down here. Wow. I apologize, I am going fast. There's a lot of cars here, guys. There's lots. And the end here, we do have some drag-inspired Hot Wheels. Very cool. And we got another cabinet here. Let's start at the bottom. So the ATS, what car is that there, Wayne?
So the black one is from the movie Animal House,
Oh, okay.
and then the one next to it is a turbine car that was
Yeah.
made back in the 60s, kind of an experimental thing. I think they made 1,500 of them and gave it to the public to drive and test. And
Yeah, I do remember those. And Cadillacs? Or is that a Buick there?
I believe one's a Buick and one's a Caddy,
Yeah.
and a couple of Mopars.
Chryslers. Plymouth. Wow, these are super nice. There's a Comet. Comet convertible. And these are 124s here, I believe.
Yeah.
Nice 53, 54 Chevy. 55 big Buick here. And a wagon. 56 Ford wagon, maybe.
I would call that a 56, yeah. We could be corrected, who knows?
Wow, really nice. And we got some Corvettes up here. Some Chevys. Nice display of some Chevys, and we've got a little bit of everything. We've got Torino, GTO, El Camino, Mustang. Wow, really nice. I don't know that I've ever seen a little Nova diecast 66, 67.
Sometimes you see them and you just
grab them.
grab them.
Wow, very nice. Well, you've got another little surprise for us in the other room here. So I mentioned Wayne is an active Draggins member, and he has got a really nice display here of Draggins posters and memorabilia. So where should we start, Wayne?
Well, this little room, I just had so much Draggins memorabilia that I just kind of created its own little space.
Yeah. Now I remember in the last time we came to visit you in the garage, you had all the posters lined up. You still have some of those in here, but we've got mugs and pins and different things and autographed things from people like Jimmy Shine.
Johnny Martin with his
Yeah.
award-winning 57 Chevy.
That was a Riddler Award winner. Then we've got guys like Steve Darnell, and you actually did visit Steve
His
Darnell's
shop in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, in their yard beside his Charger build. That's a photo of some Dragons and your son and yourself and
A few others. We're at
shifters, yeah.
a barbecue celebrating a member's birthday.
And this was the kind of famous car show poster. It never happened.
Yeah, you're right.
2020 was a
2020 was a COVID year, and we had to cancel it 2 weeks before the show. Now it's a collection of pins from numerous different years that I've collected over the years.
Yeah, so every single show, these are available. The Abilities Council do sell these along with T-shirts and things
And
like
mugs
that.
and dash plaques.
And mugs and dash plaques. We're getting to the mugs and dash plaques here. So this is a collection of dash plaques that started in 1964 and continue on. Nice collection. And of course these are all the version of every poster you're seeing. And the Dragons have been having car shows since 1961. That is the 60th up there. And we've got mugs and a
So
huge
there's a
collection
mug, a coffee cup, mug or stein
for every year.
for every year starting in 78 and going up to the 62nd.
Up to current
Version.
time. And some of these I've never seen. I was a member for 11 years. And some of these I've never laid eyes on before. This is a huge, impressive collection. That one is another one I've never seen before.
And these I've collected on my own since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Started going to the car show in the mid-70s. And
Yeah.
every year I would pick up a pin, a plaque, a mug.
Yeah.
That was my go-to.
That's cool. I appreciate that you did that. And the Dragons did have a book they printed. It was the 40 years of the Dragons. It went up to 97 from 57 when the club was established. Another thing they did was they made clocks. They were part of the sweepstakes awards, and there you've got a whack of clocks behind us here.
And one of our members and his team started making these clocks a few years ago when another gentleman that used to make clocks stopped doing it. So every year, Terry and his crew build a really unique clock, and they usually build a couple of extra, and I buy those off the club. You know, I don't expect anything to be given to me, so I pay the cost of what it costs to make them and buy them off the club to just add to my collection.
Yeah, these are nice. These are really unique. I like these. I do have a couple of the old clocks that the fella used to make for us every year. I don't know if you have one of those in
I
here.
don't have any of those.
No. But these are special. I really like those. They're very, very, very unique. And that was part of a prize.
Yeah, they're all special awards.
We've got some Dusty Wheels awards here that you've acquired over the years, and also some Dusty Wheels plaques and Super On plaques and Rock 102 plaques.
There's a lot of rock cruise
Yeah.
weekend plaques.
And apparently they quit making those. You were
Apparently
saying?
they did, yeah.
Yeah. Nice that you've displayed that. That's cool.
Well, sometimes you have a bag full or a box full of something, and when you start laying them all out, they become a display.
Yeah. Now this is cool. We've got a number of people that have signed this for you.
So that poster was signed by Steve Darnell, who was our guest that year, and he came with his cousin, who's known as Barber Dave. And then I took that poster down to the Majestics show in Regina, and their guest that year was Jimmy Shine. So I got him to sign it.
Very cool. 58th Dragons annual car show. And that was a couple members' cars on there. Actually, that's what you see typically on the, you will see members' cars that occupy the posters. And I forget what year that started, but now this one is signed by
Dave Kindig.
Dave Kindig. Very cool.
So he was a guest at Regina at
Yeah.
the Majestics, and so I took that poster down with me and had him sign it, met him.
Very cool.
And the other one, again, is signed by Jimmy Shine,
Yeah.
which was a guest at the Majestics. So I took the poster down, and that was the year we had George Barris as our guest. So I got his business card, and unfortunately, he passed away later that year.
Yeah, we did have the honor of having George at the Dragons car show back in 2015. These are some more Dragons posters over the years. 34th annual, 40th anniversary, 2001. Very cool. Very cool display. A room full of cool memorabilia. I really like this swing. You've done a nice job here. I see a lot of collections. I've very few times I've had the opportunity to see something like this, where the a complete Dragons display, and you've got Dusty Wheels, and you got some neat autographs, and just a cool collection of stuff. And it's too bad more people aren't doing this. You're the only guy. You're the only guy I know that has a collection this big.
Well, like anything else, it starts off innocent. And then it just keeps getting added to, and
Yeah. I think it's important to keep this stuff, and there's a lot of history in this little room right here. And that was the year that Tracy Kurtzinger brought his very rare Hemi convertible Roadrunner to the Draggin's car show. There's a lot of neat stuff there. Gene Winfield was supposed to be there that year. We had COVID hit us. Unfortunately, we didn't see Gene, but wow, thanks, Wayne. Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time to show me all this. You've got an amazing collection here. You know, it's been a couple years since we came to visit you, and you were kind enough to leave all your stuff intact at your other house. It was sold. It was sold. You were moving, and you kept it together until, you know, we were able to shoot the video and share it with everybody. And the display you have here is even more incredible. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Almost exactly 2 years from when we did the last one.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And you've got it nicely set up here. I really appreciate it. Thank you again.
Thanks.
Thank you, Wayne. And thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. If you see something you like in this video, please like, share, and subscribe and all that stuff. Thanks for watching.